What's good, boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be having an amazing review on Gareth Bale. He's obviously made a return to the Premier League after leaving Real Madrid on loan. But before we get into that, make sure you like the video, you comment down below any other reviews you guys want to see, and subscribe if you're new around here. Right, let's get into his stats. As you can see on his face card here, obviously he has 88 pace, 80 dribbling, 84 shooting and 82 passing, and you partner that up with obviously his stat chart, which is he's 6'1", he's got the strength, so you could play him in various positions. Obviously you could play him on the wing, up front, even at cam if you want to, because he's got good passing. But I actually did end up playing him more on the right and more at striker, because I thought that with those stats, even like in previous FIFAs, I believe he did suit the striker position, obviously with the shooting he has. Now let's dive straight into his stats. Boom. Now, as we move into his stats, you can see here 86 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. That's already brilliant. We know how much of an athlete Gareth Bale is. Obviously, you can use a chem style to make him even faster if you want, because this year's speed is key. His shooting, phenomenal. All greens across the board apart from penalties, but that doesn't really matter. 85 volleys, 87 long shots, 90 shot power, 81 finishing, 83 positioning. That's why I believe that he suited the striker position to the ground. His passing's even great. His free kicks are good. 90 curve on there as well. 82 jumping, so he can even win some headers at the near post. 84 heading accuracy. Stamina not the greatest, but obviously you can sub him off after like 3/4 of the game. I didn't actually sub him off at all the whole game. 77 strength, which you can even up with a chem style, like I said that, and you can just see that he's strong in game. Obviously being 6'1", he is quite a big player. 85 composure in the box. Now his dribbling stats aren't the best, so I did want to test them out and see how they were in game, and you'll see how they are in the gameplay, and I'll put the pros and cons at the end of the video so you guys can find out whether or not he is worth the coins. I did buy him at 95k, so I am valuing him at 95k, so that is how I'll base my results on whether or not he is worth it. Now we're going to jump into some gameplay. We're going to see how he played in game, and at the end, pros and cons, and the answer of whether or not he is worth it. Let's do it, boys. Right, boys, as we move into the gameplay for Gareth Bale, like I said, I did play him at striker and on the wing, so you're going to see him up front a lot. And what I love about this FIFA is you can do these lovely tick-attack and nice football passing goals, and that is pre-patch, obviously, but I just do love the way that the gameplay feels so far. Definitely a lot better than last year, big improvement. And you're going to see this goal looks almost identical, because that's how I kept playing. I like to play a two-striker formation, so you can play those quick 1-2s between the defense, and if you have players with pace, the 1-2s are deadly this year, absolutely deadly. And I think that there is going to be many goals scored like that before the patch if they change it that much. But you're going to see here again Bale holding up the ball with some lovely quick feet, giving it into Diogo Jota on the wing. Lovely look at his build-up play. This is what I mean. And watch that off the ball run by Gareth Bale there, and boom, that across the goal finish, which is actually very overpowered as well. Obviously you can still finish near post, but this year I feel like across goal, even with a weak foot, they're very good. I realized that when I was using Martial, when I was using Hazard, because obviously they don't have the highest of weak foot, especially Martial, but he still managed to finish across goal, and that is what I could do with Bale as well. And here comes another lovely goal. You see Mahrez working his way down the wing. I don't know, I was playing against some people that had questionable defense, but there's Gareth Bale finishing with his right foot across goal, like I was talking about. Obviously it's early game, so people are still learning the mechanics. I'm a horrible defender as it is, and especially with this year it's a lot harder, so I do concede a lot of goals, but I usually outscore my opponents. That's the way I usually benefit from it. And you can see Dembele here with a little glitch in my footage there, but you can see Dembele diving here to win a penalty. Yes, I said diving because that was definitely a strange penalty. Penalties, I really struggle to handle the pressure, because I feel like people are in my head, so I always take bad penalties. But I managed to get a goal in that one, and that actually gave Gareth Bale his hat-trick in this game, and that meant that he was going to get the game ball at the end of the game. And you can see that Mahrez giving the ball to Dembele, giving it into Bale. Watch this little touch, fake shot around the defender, and boom, look at that, a rocket, a rifle of a shot across the goalkeeper. And that is just how Gareth Bale is in real life. We know how powerful his strike is in real life. He did it many times at Tottenham, did it many times at Real Madrid. He's got a very powerful shot with his left foot, and I just utilized that many times while I was using him. Madison picking up the ball here in the midfield, giving it to Lacazette giving it to Van der Beek playing it out wide to Jota playing a 1-2 with Bale. And look, see how when you have a fast player, when you play that 1-2 with Bale, it's just disgusting. And look at that little lob over the keeper. I'm telling you, this guy, I definitely believe Gareth Bale's cards suit a striker role more than a winger. He gets very, what's the word, he gets marked out the game in a sense sometimes when you play him on the wing, but if you have him up front, he's a lot more of a threat. And you can see, like, watch, I'll play that. He's played it over the top. Lovely little pass. And then Mahrez has put in Dembele. Dembele has the speed to get to that. Obviously, he's bringing out his keeper, so I didn't have time to actually get off the shot. So I gave it into Gareth Bale, who was in a good position to finish it. And there you go. He's picked up another hat-trick here, I believe. And yeah, 5 attempts, 3 goals. He did just dominate while I played him up front. And you can see his link-up play is incredible. Look at that. You play it up to him, he gives it into the winger. There was a few things I didn't really like. He seemed a bit lazy sometimes. Like, if I didn't use that 1-2 mechanism, he wouldn't really make the run, so I had to do it for him. It's just little minor things here and there, but we'll talk more about that when we get to the pros and cons. There you go. He managed to finish on his right foot. Like I said, the people I was playing couldn't defend. Very similar to me. Don't know why that guy just let me walk in and shoot. It was a bit strange. But you see here, Dembele giving it into Bale. Bale giving it out wide to Hazard. Hazard playing it over the top. And watch this. This is jammy. I don't know what happened there, because the guy's defender just turned off. But we'll take that, jam or no jam. We're always going to take a chance if we're given it. And he's managed, Gareth Bale used his speed to get a pass. I believe that was Gomez. And he finished with his left foot across goal. And we see here Neves giving the ball into Dembele. Dembele giving it into Hazard. Bale letting the ball run across his body to create the space, putting on his left, and once again finishing across the goalkeeper. Like I said, this Bale card, ruthless in front of goal. He had impeccable finishing, and that's why I feel like you would utilize him more, playing him as a striker. Obviously, put him in your team as a right wing, but then do custom tactics to put him up in front as a striker. He suits it a lot more. He has the strength and the speed to play that role, and you can see it here. Watch this gameplay that we're about to put here. Boom, sends that guy to the shop, comes back inside, sends this guy to the shop, and then look, he thinks he's going to get the ball here. Wait, stop. Oh, he's got the ball. No, he hasn't. I've sent him to the shop, and you see Hazard back post goal. Disgusting. Absolutely incredible gameplay there. You see Bale with that little bit of dribbling. Obviously, his dribbling stats aren't that great, but yeah, let's get into the pros and cons. Boom. Right, boys, as we move into his pros and cons, you can see I've got the whole list there. Obviously, I priced him at 95,000 as of the time I was recording this. I'm not too sure how much he goes for currently, but the pros I saw in him, he had fantastic finishing. That's why I did recommend you guys play him at striker. Obviously, you can still use him on the wing, but I feel like he's definitely more effective as a striker. His long shots were incredible. He could shoot from anywhere. His off-the-ball movement was very good when you controlled it, in a sense that when you played those 1-2s, his movement was fantastic. His strength was brilliant as holding up as a striker, even on the wing. His heading was great from corners or from holding up the play from a goal kick. And his price, for me, isn't that expensive. I feel like that you could get a lot more players that are a lot more expensive than that. And I feel like, especially being Premier League, obviously he's going to go for a certain price. He went for a lot more last year playing for Real Madrid. So I feel like this is a great price, especially right now. He may go up when it comes to weekend league, but as of right now, when I was recording this, that was a brilliant price. Now, as we move into his cons, his weak foot wasn't the best, but I didn't feel it too much. Let's just say that I didn't feel it too much when I was playing, when I was shooting with him and that. I feel like this year the weak foot isn't as important as it was in previous years. Like I say there, his touch, but that came with his touch wasn't brilliant, but that came with the 80 dribbling that he has. He felt good on the ball, but it was always that first touch. Similar to when I reviewed Martial, they have a bit of a dodgy first touch. I don't know if that's just the game or maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it just felt a bit like that. And there you can see the last thing, it does say he's a bit lazy and he has a lack of runs, and I felt that was definitely true. When I played him on the wing, he was very isolated unless I played a 1-2, and the same thing up front. So I felt like even though I did put custom tactics for them to get in behind and stay forward and stuff like that, he did not really make runs without me having to make him do the runs kind of thing. Whereas when I used Hazard would make the runs and get into the spaces very easily by himself. Maybe that's to do with his rating. These guys, Martial and Bale being 83 and 84 and Hazard being 88, that could be why. Maybe this year the ratings matter more than they did in previous years. But yeah, that's what I thought of him. But now we're going to see whether or not he's worth that many coins, or however many coins he is worth right now. Let's see. Are you ready? Boom. As you can see there, on today's Is He Worth It, we have come in with a big resounding yes. I believe this Gareth Bale is actually worth it. 95k when I was recording this, and I don't think he's actually gone up very much as of right now. He might have even gone down. I haven't really checked, but I definitely believe he is worth it, especially being Prem. But like I said, I believe he's worth it if you're going to utilize him more as a striker-ish kind of character than a right winger in itself. He can play on the wing, but like I said, he'll be a little bit more isolated. But for a striker card or for a forward in general, I believe he was amazing. He had fantastic shooting. Like, you can see all the pros there, way more pros than cons, and I think that he's definitely worth that amount of coins, so you guys should go out and try him. But that's all I've got to say today, boys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support recently, especially on my recent one of Hazard. It's actually my highest ranking by views video, like, in the shortest amount of time, because you guys just went off on it. Thank you very much for that. Make sure you like the video, you comment down below any other reviews you guys want to see. I have an amazing one coming tomorrow. Let's just say he's an icon. That's what I'm saying. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. And yeah, it's been your boy Zach, and I'm out of here. Peace.